I suppose what I enjoyed most about playing him was the sort of the charm of the character and what a great bloke he was, and yet at the same time he was a drug-dealing murderer. And I think it's a fascination that people have with criminals, that they can have normal lives and sometimes be quite likeable people, and that they earn their money in ways that you or I could never, you know, a barrier we could never step over. So it was great doing that sort of complex portrayal.
Oh, the highlight was telling this unusual but particularly, you know, quintessential Australian story. It was a bit of Australian history that nobody has ever heard before, and it rated so well we knew that it had really hit a mark. It's always great to tell Australian stories, but particularly one that people really related to. It was wonderful to work with Rowan Woods and this incredible crew, Ian David, who's an amazing writer, and the other actors. I'm honoured to get this award.
They're telling Australian stories. I mean, we've always had a love affair with, want of a better word, the underbelly of Australian society. Beginning, you know, Ned Kelly, of course, is, you know, possibly our most popular of all Australian icons, and I just think it's interesting, good stories about, you know, crime, great characters, and yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the next one.
Well, look, like I said, when I got the call from the guys to join the team, because I did, I was just over the moon. I was such a fan, you know, huge fan of Underbelly 1 that it's like being asked into something that almost can't fail. But I suppose then you get nervous because it could fail, you know. And so I was very relieved that it came together as well as it did. With a team like that, it couldn't fail. It couldn't have perhaps failed maybe. But now that I look back on it, I was, you know, I get excited when I hear the theme music, you know. And that sounds perhaps a bit up myself because I'm working for the show now. But I came to it as a fan, so yeah, it was, you know, a buzz. What can I say?
Yeah, look, I really love Patricia Wright. I love the fact that, especially in the second series, she's the boss. She has to be very professional, keep everything together. But just that cracks appear in her, and is able to. Oh, look, she's so multifaceted. It's not true. She's so complex. She's so contradictory. It's like, it's such a joy to play, seriously. I know that kind of sounds a bit cliche, but it's just, yeah, she's just one of the best characters I've ever played, just because of that kind of multi-layered.
It's like jumping out of a plane. You've just got to keep, every show you do, you've got to just put your life on the line. I think that's the key for every director, to not kind of self-censor yourself.
The wonderful thing about making drama for SBS is that we get an opportunity to explore material that wouldn't be able to be explored on commercial networks, and I think that sort of the depth of storytelling and character exploration that we're able to do is something that obviously suits, I guess, we have a more filmic approach, and perhaps that suits the Australian Film Institute Awards.